Hooray for vinyls.
Yeah.
Why? When was the last time we ever did a vinyl video?
You've never
It's
done
been
it.
a while.
This is my first vinyl
This is
video.
your first, yeah.
Welcome to the club,
More
Jack.
like-
welcome.
Wait,
We
wait,
indoctrinated
wait.
you.
More like vinyl. Get it? Get it? Get it? Rich guy laugh. I'm really poor and I'm looking to buy a house. The market is garbage.
I feel like this is kind of my responsibility, or at least my doing for getting, I guess, you into vinyl first, and then you. Obviously, you had an interest, but I enabled it,
No, you 100% enabled it and got me
and I
into
made
it.
you poor.
Oh, yeah.
For it.
I've always
yeah.
liked music, but now I have music in my own big pockets that I can fit a vinyl in, you know?
Well, that's the good thing is owning your own music, because we all know streaming services, specifically Spotify, are trash.
I was going to say, you got me into 4K DVDs and vinyl. Dude, I'm spending so
sorry.
much damn money.
Physical media, but it's nice to own your own
so
stuff.
nice to
He's
have
actually a Disney agent.
He's like, you should really buy that new Mickey Mouse, you know?
It's nice to own your own stuff, especially if it is music or movies that you know you're going to want to watch or listen to again. Something that if it was gone, if you didn't have access to, you would be sad.
I agree. And I also feel like with vinyl, it made me listen to a whole album. Because I used to listen to Spotify where you just pick one song randomly and just pick your favorites, where like, this is just a different way to listen to music.
Especially growing up, kids in the digital age.
Yes.
We didn't have to buy our music.
Right.
As
I mean, this was what
kids.
it used to be like, is
Yeah.
you have the whole album, you get the album you want. And I never grew up with that. It was always an iPod with 300 different artists.
And
Yeah.
I guess that goes into our theme today, because our theme today is just like our favorite vinyls currently or all time, or just which one out of your collection you just picked one. Like, man, this one's freaking nice. I like it. And I wanted to bring and do a nice share and tell, show
Yeah.
and tell.
For any particular reason or any multitude of reasons. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh, man.
What you got, Jack?
I am so excited.
Yay, I am too.
I brought
Whoa.
Twist.
Oh,
Yeah!
Yep.
Take it out of the sleeve, because that might be reflecting in the camera.
pull it out, pull it out, pull it out.
Nice.
This is my favorite album of all time.
Heck yeah, show the camera.
Oh,
And
hello,
it's
camera.
freaking signed.
It is signed. We all went to the concert.
Not me,
Everyone
not me.
whose face isn't blurred.
Stop giving me war work.
No, I did the blurring.
Thank you.
Hand blur. This is my favorite band of all time, which I wanted to especially bring this since they did the Irish songs in the new movie Sinners. It is called The Road Not Taken, and I go to their concert every year. Going to one in July, pretty pumped. And then the most recent one, I got their vinyl, which my fiance also made me this vinyl because we couldn't find them online. But then they had these in person. I was like, well, I gotta buy one in person now, so I have two. But this one's signed, so I brought this one.
I picked one up as well. It's a high quality pressing.
It is
They didn't skimp.
extremely solid.
It's a nice heavyweight pressing, and the sound quality is really good.
So they do some of their own original music. They do a lot of, Irish classic covers, like Irish pub song, blah, 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 all the classics. But this is their own, like 100%, their first time ever, I believe, doing their own original music too. So
I did not know that.
every single song on here was written by them, because usually they have a bunch of albums where they write their own music, but usually they throw in like, a classic like, I don't know, like
Whiskey in the Jar.
Whiskey in the Jar, Dirty Old Town, Leaving of Liverpool, some other classic Irish songs. But this is all their own music, 100%. And any one of these songs I think are fantastic. And I probably listen to this music every day. Literally every day I listen to one of these songs.
Nice. Is Chasing Rainbows on that?
Chasing Rainbows.
See, that is one that you could tell me, knowing nothing about traditional Irish folk songs, you could tell me that was one that, maybe they revamped, sped it up a little bit, and I would totally believe you.
Oh, and
Because that just, it has
well, and this
a
is the
melody
original
to
one.
it that seems like it's just like, oh yeah, of course.
Because the one that you've probably heard more of is the remix.
No, I don't like the remix.
Oh, you don't
as
like
much.
the
I
remix?
like that one.
I was going to say,
Well,
I like the
this-
remix, but
this one.
I like the remix.
I like both. But there's some fast songs on here, there's some slow songs on here, and all their songs have like so much history in them. Like Son of Ireland is just nice, like it's about like a guy who gets like thrown in like prison for stealing some bread or something.
Oh, how nice.
And then he's about to get executed by the British. But it's such like a powerful song. Men of Aaron is really good. One of the Brian, one of the members here, the bald one. His dad was a part of the classic Irish band, the Wolf Tones, and the song is kind of like a homage and like, respectful nature to that band, which is also really cool.
That's cool. God, their concert was great. It's just 4 dudes
And they
playing,
just rock.
instruments that you wouldn't expect at a concert, but the way it filled the venue with the limited amount of instruments
And there's
that
just
they were
people
playing,
dancing and singing. And
it was so lively. More than I expected. And I usually go to concerts to sit down and watch them and be like, okay, what's he doing here? Nah, I forgot about that. I was just bopping.
Oh, and I was shocked. I didn't know until like the week we saw the movie, but they did the 2 Irish songs in the movie as well.
Yeah.
So, and they didn't even like approach them. So like they wanted to do some sort of like folky style music, and they weren't even set on Irish music yet. So Ryan Coogler, the director, and I can't say his name, the composer who Ludwig
Göransson?
the guy who does The Mandalorian and whatever. So they went to a High Kings concert just researching, and they're like, this is it. These are the guys. So then they contacted us like, we went to your concert. I'm Ryan Coogler. I direct Creed and Black Panther, and I would like you guys to be in my new movie.
That's awesome. I saw an interview with him where he was
That's
like,
awesome.
my whole household is obsessed with Irish folk
Yeah.
music now. My daughter loves it. I'm listening to it every day. So that's really cool.
I mean, I love their music, and this album specifically. I mean, like, I don't know what you would even like. I mean, it's Irish folk, but they bring like a modern, like, not pop, but like energy to it,
Yeah.
and it's literally my favorite. Like, if you had to describe my music taste, it's literally this vinyl.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's sped up a little bit. It's danceable.
It's
not to where
danceable.
it's like you gotta count and do the Irish jig. You could if you wanted.
You could.
But you could just dance regularly to it. I can't because I can't dance.
I can't either, but I tried.
But most people can.
I mean, and there's some slow songs in here. I mean, there's like dancing songs. There's love songs in it. I mean, and there's 1845, which is
Songs about
like,
people
yeah,
being executed for bread.
but it happened.
which is needed.
It happens.
I think you're selling me on this. I think I need to pick it up.
Who would like to go next? I guess you want to go or you want me to
I
go?
can go next.
Okay.
I don't know. We got the Fleetwood
Ooh.
Mac, baby.
Take the sleeve off.
Yes, sir.
Does he fear the Reaper in that,
one
one?
might reflect a little bit
I was going to
anyway
say
because
this might
there's a
reflect
clear.
a little bit because I have a picture disc, which is the first time ever printed. This album ever printed on a picture disc.
Well, take it out.
And it was Record Store Day this year, 2025, is when I got it.
I was so sad.
And I will say I've never really listened to Fleetwood Mac until I got into vinyl. And of course I got Rumors. I started with Rumors. You start with Rumors. I feel like that you have to.
You look up a list of like vinyl I should buy, and that's
Rumors
usually
is
number
always up there. Yeah, 100%.
top 5 easy.
So I started with Rumors, but then I saw this and I was like, what? I don't know anything about any other album by them, but I bet you it's probably good because it's Fleetwood Mac. So I picked this up and I've been putting it on like twice, 3 times a week. Like it's so good.
Flip it. Show the back. Look at that. They're all happy.
Wow.
It's so good. So this album, you said, what's your history with this? You said you like a couple of the songs on this album, right, Will?
I've never listened to that one in full. I have Rumors, and I listened to Rumors a ton, and I love Rumors.
So what is the set list? We got
That does have my favorite Fleetwood Mac song, which is Rhiannon.
Rhiannon, yep. Monday Morning, I like Monday Morning. Say You Love Me.
Yep.
I
I've
love
heard
it.
that song before.
Have you? I don't know. They're all really good.
Let me
Just
read
their
'em.
whole vibe is fantastic. And so this is not their first album, which I don't know. I was misled because it was a title album. I always assume it's a first album. That's a bad assumption?
Nah.
Very bad assumption. Because I like called Will and was like, yeah, I got their first album. He was like, did you get their title album? Because that's not their first.
Can I ask a very uneducated question?
Yes.
Is Fleetwood Mac a man, or is that the band?
The band.
It's a band.
Yeah.
The drummer's name is Mick Fleetwood. I don't know where the Mac comes from. I can't remember, but Fleetwood comes from that guy. Before this iteration of the band though. They were a completely different band with a man with a guitarist named Peter Green in it, and they were very much a 60s blues band.
Interesting.
And then he left.
So it was-
they got Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks were an American duo. They got them to join, and that's when they became this version of Fleetwood Mac.
And is Rumors this version of Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Fleetwood Mac's also just a band too, where you just see the band come on, you're like, like if you're on like a shuffle playlist or something, you're like, I'm gonna check out this new song if I've never heard of it because it's Fleetwood Mac. Like, why would I not?
All right. Well, I guess that brings us to my album. Whoopsies. That was the slate.
That thing is
And my
thick.
album is Stadium Arcadium by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. This album means a heck of a lot more to me than I thought it did when I woke up this morning. It was a difficult decision which one I was going to pick. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to do one that I'm listening to a lot right now. I want to do what's my favorite in terms of considering everything from sound quality, packaging, cover art, the music itself, and nostalgia, of course. And I put this on Spotify, and it just like immediately took me back to being 6 years old because this came out in 2006, and that's when I was 6. And I just vividly remember hearing it on the radio. It was at the time I was mostly only listening to Beatles, so that wasn't cool. None of my
Interesting.
friends wanted to listen to Beatles, so Red Hot Chili Peppers was like the first modern rock group I got into. This is the first vinyl I ever purchased myself. After
How
I got a
many
record player.
discs are in that?
There are 4.
4? Okay.
This is a double record, and I love the cover art. It's spacey. I've always liked space. I thought I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid, but it
What
turns
happened?
out I'm more like that. The narrator in the King Gizzard song Kepler 22b. Couldn't get the grades to be a NASA astronaut. Started making shit out of glass, or became a ghetto engineer making shit out of glass to refract light from distant stars.
Okay.
Something like that. That was literally, I would make crappy comic books of the different planets for my friends at school and sell them for a nickel. Saturn is
That's
my
how
favorite
you-
planet for all you ring heads out there. I don't feel that Saturn gets enough love, but that's just me. Anyway, I really like space, and I like learning about space still. I like space physics. I like thinking about space. And I don't know what space has to do with this album in particular. It does
Ooh.
have basically 2 albums inside of it, Mars and Jupiter.
That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
Which is pretty
that's
neat.
Sweet.
Yeah, so
Is Jupiter
It's a-
blue?
no, yeah, I don't know why they chose that. Maybe
I thought
because Mars
Jupiter
is
was
red, and to
red.
offset it. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't go with like Neptune or something, but that's
Neptune would have been epic.
That's what they did.
Neptune wasn't hot in 2006, I guess.
I guess so. So you can tell by there being 2 double albums, there's a lot of songs. And they're not all bangers.
That's okay.
But that's kind of the fun of it, because to me this album just represents the pure fun of making music
And there's a
and
variety.
hanging out with your
Yeah.
friends. Like, look at that. They're jumping up. The world is burning, but they're trying to make the best of it.
Look at him levitating. He's like,
They're doing their best.
he's like
you know?
Carrie.
That's all you can ask for. You just do your best. The bars on here aren't the greatest, as everybody who knows Anthony Kiedis' bars knows. But there are some absolute classics on here. Danny California, Snow,
was gonna say-
Charlie.
The songs you know by Red Hot Chili Peppers is on that.
No.
The ones I knew, I'm not a big music guy. I'm sorry. So I'm sorry if I'm upsetting people. But like the only songs, it was that album.
Okay, let's talk about the music on here. It's very rock based, as you would expect from the Chili Peppers, but it's got mixes of jazz, of funk, touches on hip hop and metal a little bit. I mean, it
Little
kind of
touch.
runs the gamut. There are a multitude of influences on here, and in my opinion, it's some of Frusciante's best work on guitar. As a guitarist, it influenced me so much when I learned of the inversions that he was doing and the little accents on chords. It completely blew my mind as to how guitar can be played. And I still, when I'm writing guitar parts, try to emulate that feel. And Flea's bass is so groovy underneath that. It accents his guitar playing so perfectly. It just all comes together for me in such a great package. Yes, it's long. Yes, it's imperfect. Yes, it's a little unwieldy. But it's takes me to a place where it just feels like I'm hanging out with my friends and having fun, just listening to music and hanging out.
Nice.
So yeah, that's my
love
my favorite today.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you. This is my first vinyl video. I did a vinyls.
Good job.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
vinyl.
Woo! No, this was fun.
We could call it the wine. We'll have wine every time.
I agree. Wait, I didn't
I did it twice. Well, you should watch our other vinyl videos. We've done two other vinyl videos.
We don't speak of number 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So is this going to be vinyl 4 straight away? And we skip 3?
No, this is a new thing.
Oh, new thing. New
This is a
vinyls.
new thing.
This is the wine thing you just said.
Vinyl.
Yeah.
Vinyl and wine.
Blaine's had enough.
Wine.
Your glass. You're the only one that didn't have the glass.
I have drank a lot
And
of wine.
and you had a glass of bourbon before this. You poured 2 drinks for yourself.
Well, yes.
Yeah, that was silly. Why did you do that?
No, it wasn't silly.
This
No,
is his
it was
house. He
silly.
doesn't have to drive home.
Well,
I
it's
was gonna
silly
say-
because he did bourbon and wine.
That's all I consume is bourbon and wine. Like, I will not do beer. I will not do other stuff. Bourbon and wine is my alcohol of choice.
All right.
If we do wine every time, should we say what the wine of choice was today?
It was a Josh Cabernet.
Josh? Like Drake and Josh? Like
Yeah,
what?
The brand is Josh.
The brand,
brand
is
is
literally
Josh.
Josh. Yes.
It's called Josh.
Okay.
It was like on sale, so I picked it up.
It does. It tastes pretty
Next time I'll have the bottle, but I don't feel like getting up.
Well, we're going to go have an intervention for Blaine.
No, I'm good.
I'll get the bottle.
Okay, you get the bottle. I'll sign us off. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Listen to some good music. Here's the bottle. There's no way that's in focus.
Pull up.
There's no way.
Let me, yeah.
There you go. I hope that's in focus.
you are. But we appreciate you, Jack.